gotta love being from the Bay because we got blessed with Steph Curry. Legendary. Victor Wembanyama is 7'4". Look at that. Step back, pure. You're watching the purest jump shot you've ever seen in NBA history. Almost the most purest jump shot you've ever seen in the world. Man, watching Steph Curry is a beauty. He was in his bag in the NBA World Cup. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I think coming out the West, we might see the Thunder versus OKC. Say no more.
Welcome back to Say No More Media, your top sports news media outlet for 2025. Here at Say No More in the Bay, we say no more when it's used to tell someone that it is not necessary to explain something further because one understands what I'm trying to say. So here at Say No More, we cover all the top sports media. Like, comment, and subscribe. And do not forget to click that notification bell as we are fastly growing and we don't want you to miss out on this fire content.
Steph Curry just did something that nobody else has done in the history books. He passed Michael Jordan for the most 40-point games for anyone over the age of 30 with the 49 points on 9 3-pointers against the San Antonio Spurs in the World Cup championship. And we got to be thankful, NBA. We got to be thankful that, you know, the light-skinned assassin Steph Curry is still doing things like this. Hop on my back, jump in the backpack, don't even worry about it. I got y'all. What? Give me that easy step back. What Steph Curry is doing is generational run. I mean, what more did you want? I think he got to go ahead and get that 5th championship to tie Kobe Bryant. I think this is the Warriors' year. I got a theory, too. I don't know, but I think Jonathan Kuminga might be on the move. And, you know, we might be seeing a huge trade going to Golden State because I really think the way Steph Curry is cooking right now and what he just did with Michael Jordan, that he's going to get his 5th ring. I really do believe this year the Warriors are going to get their 5th ring and they're going to go ahead and crown that boy, Steph Curry, with his 5th championship, especially if the Warriors can get it together. You know, you've seen Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler come out and have some comments about whoever that was, you know, allegedly whoever they were talking to. You could presume it was Przinski or Kuminga, but if Steph Curry's playing like this, if Jimmy Butler can go out there and get 26 to 27 points, Kuminga can get dubbed, I don't see anybody being able to beat the Warriors in the West except for the OKC Thunder, and that ain't no walk in the park. But I think as far as superstars, we're seeing an aged LeBron James. You know, he's 40 years old, but after that is KD and Steph Curry and the James Hardens and everybody. But I think this might be the year that Steph Curry wins his 5th championship, especially if he continues to play like this, cemented himself in, you know, amongst the greats like Michael Jordan. You know, that's no easy feat to get that many 40-point games after the age of 30. But when you're a sniper and a sharpshooter like Steph Curry, it's easy call. What would a Warriors game be without Black Air Force Draymond on demon time against Wemby? I mean, come on, bro. You got to respect Draymond, and you notice what he's going to get. He ain't backing down. The former first-team all-defensive team, Draymond Green, was making it tough for Wemby. But Wemby said, I got something for you, little bruh. Go ahead and put that up top. Hold on. Little pause. Hold on. Wait for a second. Man, give me that. Yeah, and he stood over Draymond, boy. What you talking about? You got to respect Wemby because you got to do that, you know, because Draymond Green is known for like the enforcer in the NBA. So for Wemby to come out and press play on Draymond like that, that lets him know, we here to stay. And what if we get this playoff series down the road? We already got Black Force Draymond. We got Wembanyama, the Frenchie. We got Steph Curry. Man, this is going to be, get your popcorn ready. You know Draymond ain't going. I think after this, he was like, say less. So the next time he plays Victor Wembanyama, look for a flagrant 1, flagrant 2 from Draymond. Easy call, probably within the first half, because he's going to let it be known, you might win the war, you might win the game, but I'm going to win the war. And I bet you if they was on the streets, Draymond probably would have took off on him or at least gave him a clothesline. That's at least Draymond would have did. Back to that light skin number 30, what he's doing. Look at the purity of that jump shot. You know, he has made the most 3-pointers in NBA history. And amongst that, he's changed the trajectory of the NBA game. It used to be frowned upon for you to come down and shoot a transition 3. Now, with all these analytics, and you can direct that and correlate it directly with that boy Steph Curry, a pull-up 3 is, if you're not shooting a 3, your coach is getting at you because it's better than the layup now. I'm not saying efficiency-wise, but that's what they're looking for. They're looking for the 3-point shot. And what Steph Curry is doing right now, when he's in the lineup, the Warriors are a completely different team. You know, they took some losses with him out of the lineup. But with Steve Kerr as the coach, with that core of Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler, and Steph Curry, if they can get Jonathan Kuminga, Przinski, and, Moses Moody, if they can get the bench in line. And I think with them being all them having championship experience, it's just the beginning of the season. They're going to work out all these internal issues with Steve Kerr. He's coming from under that Phil Jackson coaching tree, that Greg Popovich coaching tree. They're going to get the Warriors right. This is the long game. We got the trade deadline coming up, and I truly believe that Steph Curry wants Kuminga to stay. But if Kuminga and Steve Kerr's relationship can't be repaired, then they're probably going to get Kuminga out of there, which he deserves, bro. Like, I don't know what's been going on with Steve Kerr, but for whatever reason, they drafted him to the Warriors, and they ain't let that man loose. Pause. They ain't let him do his dance. So I think it might be best for Kuminga to get on the move, but you got to get the wing defender back immediately. That's what's going to take the Warriors to the next level. They need another Andre Iguodala, somebody who can get you 14 to 16 points, but they can guard the other team's best player. Yeah, you got Jimmy Butler, but Jimmy Butler, he's in his middle of his 30s. They need somebody. He can score. Steph can score. Draymond's going to facilitate. But if they can get a wing, which should be Kuminga, but like I said again, if Kuminga and Steve Kerr just can't coexist, then you're going to see Kuminga on the move, and you're going to see the rise of the Warriors. So look for something to happen with the trade deadline nearing. Anytime you mention Steph Curry with the likes of Michael Jordan, who would have thought, when he came out of Davidson, in 2009, and what he's been able to produce for his NBA career with 4 championships, but he's cemented himself as one of the top 3 point guards of all time. You can go ahead and put him up there with the likes of Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, Jason Kidd. You name it, Steph Curry is up there when it comes to point guards. Like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all the love. And as always, say no more.